all of these ones matter. And you want to go out there and you want to lay it on the line for your brother. One more time for the season, because this group of guys is not going to be all here together next year. So it was important. It was important to end it the right way. Just as a competitor and as a man.
We called it a blessing and a curse in that regard. Great to end it this way, but maybe a little bit of a reminder of what could have been. You have that perspective too.
A little bit, but I think we had our opportunities this year. And again, a play here or there, and we could be in the playoffs. But that's just a hypothetical situation because we had our opportunities, and we just didn't take advantage of them, and that's disappointing. But I think it's a testament to the character of the guys in this locker room that they came out to compete today, and they came out to win, even though we knew we weren't going to advance.
Playing as long as you have, does it become kind of more special, more bittersweet, more emotional when you reach this point in the year and your goals weren't realized?
I've always been the type to try and just take every week for what it is. Because I know that I am an emotional person. So if I kind of get in the weeds too much on that, it can kind of derail my process. So, but again, I'll go back to I think it's a privilege to play this game. And for me to be able to have played as long as I have so far, every game matters to me because I'm closer to the end than I am the beginning.
What will go into your process of talking with Kendra and making your decision for what your future might hold, and how long do you expect that might take, Taylor?
I don't have an exact timeline on it. I would imagine it's going to be a couple months. I need to get away. I need to get away from football. I need to get my body feeling better. I need to make informed decisions. I need to get second opinions. There's a lot that I have to do because I want to make this decision moving forward informed, and I don't want to make it emotionally, because if I make it emotionally, I already know what the answer is going to be. But it's a massive decision, and it's not only about me, it's about my kids. I'll get emotional about that, but just to be able to show up and be the father that I want to be. It's not about, do I want to play football? So that's really important to me, because I can make the selfish decision. I can keep playing until I can't walk anymore, or I can't throw the ball with my kids. But that's not what you do as a father and a husband. So that's going to weigh heavily into my decision. Is what is the future quality of life of mine going to look like, and how will that impact my kids?
What are you feeling right now? Can you just walk us through kind of what's in your head, your emotions right now?
I think the biggest thing is I just want to get away, because it's been really challenging for me mentally, just being in pain all the time, and knowing that you have to go out there and play anyway. I'm definitely I'm just not in a good mental state right now. I'm not sleeping well. I need to get away, and I go out there and I play because I love the game and I love my teammates. But at some point, I have to make a decision for other people too. It's not only going to be about me. Because again, if it was only about me, I would play until I couldn't anymore. So it'll be a couple months. I got a lot of people to talk to. I got a lot of MRIs to get, and it's whatever it is. It's not going to be easy one way or the other, because if I do come back, I know what I'm signing up for as far as putting my body through it again, and I know there's potential for, catastrophic injury and things like that. But then if I'm done, then it's over. And I've been in Detroit for a third of my life, and I've played football since 2002. It's weird. I told my wife this about a week and a half ago. You know how in those fantasy medieval shows, there's that old warrior, and he just wants to die in battle. I feel like that's how I feel, but I can't I can't do that because it's not just me. It doesn't just affect me, hypothetically speaking, dying battle.
It's like the Halloween.
And that makes it harder. That makes it so much harder because I know I can still play, but what is that going to make the future of my family look like, and my future? So,
If this is what would this day mean to you, to be here with these guys, to go out on a win, to have this feeling in the locker room one last time?
I don't know because I was not trying to be in the frame of mind that this will be my last one. Because I think at that point, the flood of emotions and everything would get the better of me, and then I would just make an erratic decision quickly, and that's just not what I want to do. I want to do this thing the right way. I'm gonna talk with Dan. I'm gonna talk with Brad. I'm gonna talk with my wife. I'm gonna talk with a lot of people. I'm gonna get a lot of perspectives, but ultimately, it's gonna come down to what I think.
You've had some tough seasons, I guess, with this team. Is this the toughest season you've experienced for all those reasons you just sort of...
For me, physically, yeah. I've been kind of on a 3-year stretch of being hurt for 3 straight years. But as far as just the overall pain and the impact on my day-to-day life, it was the worst one for sure. But the thing that makes me unsure is I feel like I've maybe had my best year. So, yeah, there's just a lot to take in because I could keep playing and then feel great for the next few years, but there's no way of knowing that until you're in it.
It's kind of ironic because a lot of times people talk about careers and say it's not who you are, it's what you do. But I feel like you as a football player, it is who you are. How much more difficult does it make it to separate that?
I think anybody who is flirting with the idea of career mortality, you need to kind of look at the opportunities that could be ahead of you and at the next stage of life because it's going to end at some point. You can't play football forever, and it will be challenging, but I'm going to need to find, if that is the decision that I make, what the opportunity could be in that for me, and I think that would make all of that easier. But as of right now, all I've done is I've played football forever. That's always what I've done. I've played offensive line since 2002. That's all I've played, and then I'm a fortunate player who's got to be on one team. I've got to be here for 10 years, and I take a lot of pride in that. And I think that makes it way heavy on my heart even more.
Taylor, can you kind of walk us through what you went through physically behind the scenes just to be able to gut it out week in and week out?
From the date of my surgery, I was June, right at the start of June. I don't know the exact date. From that day until the Kansas City game, I had 0 days off. And let me preface this with, we get paid a lot of money, so this is expected of me, and I know that. But on a human level, it doesn't make it any less challenging. So the Kansas City game was my first day off, and then it's pretty much I'm in treatment before meetings every day. A lot of times during practice because I couldn't get to the point where I was able to practice a lot. And there with Austin, our PT, to be able to try and just do some things to add strength and things like that. Probably had 6 or 7 different types of, not different types, but different injections. Steroid injections, PRP injections, gel injections, all sorts of things like that. I'd see an acupuncturist a couple times a week. I'd try to spend 4 to 5 hours a week in the hyperbaric chamber. Try to do a red light bed every day for 20 to 30 minutes. And then I would be doing stuff at home with a direct stim machine at night after I got home and put my kids to sleep. So I would probably up doing stuff once my kids were asleep till about 9:30. And then I go to bed and I wake up at 6 to just do it all over again. But it was what was necessary and it was what I was willing to do. But it asked a lot of my wife. And it was selfish of me, but it was what was required to fulfill the expectations of my job. So it's that's not something that I'm. If that's what my future is going to be to continue to play, that's not something I'm willing to do, because I'm not willing to put my my family through it. I'm not willing to be distant and not be a present father, because your kids are only little once, and God willing, we have more. I want to be able to play with them, and I want to be able to throw the ball with them. I mean, I can't throw a football right now. No way. But could I, given the right set of circumstances? Maybe. But I need to go through that process.
Can you take anything from Frank right now situation? You see him retired, don't do that.
I mean, I've talked with Frank a lot, obviously. He was, one of my best friends, still is, still talk to him a lot. I feel like every situation's different, but there's a lot of parallels to us, with the position we played and playing through pain, and what you sacrifice, mentally and emotionally, and what you put your family through. So, I mean, of course there's parallels, but I can't get inside of his head and know what he was really feeling, and he can't do that with me. But yeah, we played hurt for a while together, so.
Tell us about the last one.
Yeah, I mean, offense did a great job getting us in territory, and it's just kind of up to me to knock it through. I knew Hogan and Jack, they're unbelievable. They always have been. And our line did a great job blocking, and it's just me doing my job and my 111th on the field, and just trying to execute it at as high of a level as I can.
Soldier field, that's not an easy task, no matter what the distance is. So what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I wish I didn't. If I didn't miss that first one, might not have been in that situation. So I've got to be better, and I know that. And I'm going to work really, really hard to get a lot better. But right now I'm just happy that we got a win.
What did Dan say to you guys after this one, Jake?
How much he loves us, and I mean, obviously he was a player too. He knows what it feels like to be in our shoes. And I think that's something that, we all love, playing for a coach that played. He knows what we're going through, what we're feeling and stuff. And, he's just told us how proud he is of us to keep fighting. Everyone else says we have nothing to play for, but our defense goes out there and holds that offense to 16 points. So you can't tell anybody on this team that there was nothing to play for.
That and why it was so important for you guys to come out with an effort like that and get a win.
Yeah, I mean, we all just wanted to play for each other, and it's still a division game. We still want to go out and win every game we can. So I think that's what it came down to. We got a lot of pride in this team. So, yeah.
How much of that is a component of your head coach and maybe the relationship he has with Ben?
I mean, I probably played some factor in it. I don't know. But I know as a team, as the players, we wanted to go out there later on last time.
What was working so well for you guys in the first half? You outgained them something like 203 to 30 yards. I mean, you guys seem to be able to take advantage of their defense today.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything. But, I mean, we just didn't – at the red zone, we needed to score more touchdowns and field goals. That's what brought them back in the game. We wasn't scoring enough. Yeah.
What was working, though, for you guys?
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saint was doing whatever he wanted to do out there. And then ran the ball effectively, and just Jerry was efficient. So, yeah.
And Campbell was saying the team was pretty pissed off coming into this week just after being eliminated. Just how much did that motivate y'all as well? Just going, what was the mindset of the team this week entering this last game?
I mean, me personally, I always want to win every game. We always want to win every game, so I mean, that's how we were coming every week, wanting to dub. So, yeah.
Did you feel a different level of urgency though, just within try to get this last one?
No, I mean, we treat every game the same. So, I mean, there's not really a difference. We always want to come out and win, play hard, all that. So, yeah.
What are you going to take from this season?
I don't know yet. I have no idea yet. I'm going to sit back and think on it. Yeah.
How does this feeling hit you? I mean, knowing that this was your last game with this group.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, this team's not going to be the same, after next year. So, cherish every moment we got with each other. That's what the main thing was.
Does a performance like this make you think what could have been, or do you just not let your mind?
I haven't thought about that yet. I feel like that'll probably hit me when I'm watching the playoffs, unfortunately. But you know what? It's everything happens for a reason. We're going to learn from it, never let this happen again, and just continue to be who I am, I guess. I can speak of myself individually and the defense. I'm really excited. We got a good group of guys. I just can't thank all of them enough, especially the vets that we just brought in for on one-year deals. Those guys were the best, and I'm super appreciative of them and their wisdom and everything they shared with me. Like guys like Avonte, I don't even know. I don't really keep track of contracts, I guess, but I know like Rock, Roy Lopez, DJ Reader. I think he's done with his deal, but just like guys like that, I'm missing people for sure, but I can't appreciate them enough for everything that they've shared. They would sit and talk about where they've played and how they do things there, and just teammates they've played with, and just how they approach things. So just always trying to learn from them guys. So yeah.
To have a defensive effort like this and the last one against that offense, I don't know if it can be a stepping stone.
No, yeah, I would just say when everyone just plays hard, mistakes will get erased. So I feel like we did that today.
How much does finishing above 500 matter to you guys?
Not really. I mean, we're not playing in the playoffs, so I honestly, again, I told Dave, I said, today it was, I guess I wanted to win, but the approach was to go out there and play as hard as I could for 60 minutes, just out of due respect to the game and to the guys in the locker room. That was my whole focus. And if I could walk away from the game, win, lose, or draw, and I did that, I'd be happy with it, and we did that and we won, so that's a cherry on top. Now we just got to, unfortunately, wait till next year. So.
Piece of this for your head coach as well. Shep said that to me coming off the field, that we wanted to get this for Dan, and meant a lot to him.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, everything I do is just for Dan and the organization. So, yeah, they got me. Yeah, he's the best. He's the best. He's the best.
Are you optimistic about this team going forward?
I am. I feel like the only ones holding us back are ourselves, and it's so cliche to say that, but it really is just little things here and there, little details. Got to get them cleaned up. But again, we don't have no more time this year, but we went out there today and played hard, and I feel like for the most part we did a solid job. So.
Relationship with Roy at all? You mentioned him as one of the guys. He's the guy that every time I talk to him, he's like, man, I love playing behind Jack.
Yeah, no, I just respect how he approaches stuff. Just that he's a vet in this league, day in and day out. I mean, I don't keep track of snap count either, but I know he's not in every single snap. But when he's in, he's making an impact. So, I feel like in this league, it's easy to sign a deal, and then just if you're not getting as much playing time as you want, just sulk about it, go out there, give some half-ass reps, make your money, and walk away. And I feel like we got guys in this room who don't do that. We got guys in this room, we ain't play for money. I feel like we just play for each other, and I feel like that's what makes it special, and that's why I'm excited to see what next year we get the right guys. Hopefully get some of these guys back, but we'll see.
Did you believe that the ball even came your way, given how good of positioning you had?
Yeah, actually, I was actually wow, he threw that. But, when opportunities come, you got to take advantage of them.
Did you feel a little like a center fielder out there? You sure looked like one.
Definitely did feel like center field. Going back to my baseball days, it definitely was that type of feeling, going to attack the ball at the highest point and make a play.
Give me a sense of what it meant just to be able to, at least early on, hold that offense at bay and give your offense a chance.
This team is just a bunch of guys with a lot of pride, and we come in, we fight no matter what the situation is, and going out there holding their offense to what we did in the first half. That's good. They have an explosive offense. We've been over there, and that's a great team, and we just got to make sure we go out on a high note, and don't let nothing hold us back. So, holding them at that point, giving our offense the ball to make some plays, definitely a good thing for us.
Your kicker said to me, don't tell me any guy in this room wasn't playing for something. It's meaningful always, and what made this one even more so? For me, it's just always the next one. Every game I step out on the field, I'm playing to win, I'm playing to compete, I'm playing with a lot of pride no matter what the situation is. And, you can see that for every single body on this team, and it's a team that fights no matter what the situation is. So, like he said, everybody has something to play for, and no matter what it is, no matter what it's that little thing that's you playing for, you take it all out when you go out there on the field.